rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Get set. Ready. Shot 53. Stop your whining.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going for it. It's Watson. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Here's Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
This is it. 54. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 25 yards that time.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Keep tight end, keep tight end. Kill. Hey, check.
Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
There we go. Kill. I'm scared. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check. 41.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
46.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Cowboys nothing.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
You. 41 Mike. You're trapped. 41's the Mike.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Complete to Jason Witten. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is going to be incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this Texans defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
At the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Steps away to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The first down carry by Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 16, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Prescott on first down. Caught by Cobb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 14 seconds, all that's left in this first half as they come up on first down.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yo. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Hey, 31. 55. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, D. Check nickel. 64. Wait.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller.
That's where you belong.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Angelo Blackson gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Check 55, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Move. Let's go. Switch. He's coming. Under. He's coming, double up.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
41 to Mike. Hey, chill. 47. 41. You got to wedge that out. Oh, you got deep? So we're going to 53. Lucky. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They go to Elliott again. And he's taken down inside the 30. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves. Play action now, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There you go. Go right in. 55.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7.
Texans 7.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Going, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 69 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter.
With the score, Texans 13, Cowboys 10.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Watson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Hyde. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
53, Mike.
Here's Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Watson now to throw. Steps away. He'll try and run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Looking to throw. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Well, Prescott here to throw. That escapes the sack. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The big fella. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is... It's a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble, and they did. Took it the other way for a score, and now if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle perhaps to win this ball game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll give to Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Now Prescott. They still got... Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
We ain't giving them nothing to do. So we're going to 53.
Prescott to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it.
At their own 38-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.